One thing that blows me is when people try to act like you can't self-diagnose with autism, or they'll try to discredit you because you self-diagnosed. But let's think about it. All of the information that we need is in books, right? So if you read a book and you read all of the information and you see how all of these symptoms resonate with you, and by your own inference, by your own analogical viewpoint, by looking at your experience and your wisdom, and you just having all of this information and applying it to your life, and you see this is exactly what I have been dealing with, because what person knows you better than you know yourself, right? So if you are able to look at all of these symptoms and everything just starts to make sense to you, then baby, you are autistic. Okay, you don't need to necessarily go to an extra person just in diagnosis and spend thousands of dollars just to confirm something that you know to be true. Because autism is a mental disability. It's a neurological difference. It's in the brain. So you and your brain would be able to figure this out with your own brain, because it'll describe what your brain does and the actions that you have and how it affects you in your daily life. But it blows me when people try to discredit you, or when you tell like a family member or a loved one or someone that you have autism and this is something that they didn't know of before, like you're a late diagnosed autistic, you are, an adult that has realized that you are autistic, and people kind of give you that smirk, like, really? We read the body language. Like, we don't always get social cues all the time, but over time we have learned how to get social cues. Like, we can read your body language. We can read that you're thinking, this bitch ain't got no fucking autism. This is just a damn excuse. They're just trying to seek attention. I don't believe none of that shit. It's like, we can read everything that you're saying and hear what you're not saying, excuse me. So anyway, it's like, don't let nobody try to discredit you. Don't let nobody try to invalidate you. Don't let nobody try to, gaslight you and tell you that you are not autistic, because they don't know you. They don't know the struggles that you have been through. They don't know exactly how you have lived your daily life. And if they were to see you live your daily life for 24 hours and observe you, they would see, okay, yes, I can see the autism here. But a lot of times, it's like, certain family members, they can see that you have certain struggles and they may not link it to autism, and they may get annoyed with their struggles or get pissed at you because of the struggles that you have, which are just your autistic symptoms. And then when you finally realize, like, hey, it's because I have autism, then they want to think like, wow, all of this time I got frustrated with them. All of this time I was getting angry with them. They had a disability the whole time. Then they're going to feel like the asshole, because they're going to be like, damn, this person had a disability the whole time. I'm probably an ableist or whatever the case is. So to protect their own ego from feeling like the asshole, they'd rather deny your autism. Don't let anybody do that. Okay, we have been living our whole life being not accommodated and being taken advantage of. It's about time that we receive our justice. It's about time that we start to receive our restoration for what we have been through.